This is ESC Covers, it's Andy here, and we're joined by Luka, the lead singer of LAVINA, who are representing Serbia at Eurovision this year. How's it going, Luka?
Hi, I'm doing fine. How are you?
Yeah, fantastic. It's great to chat to you this morning. How are things in your preparation towards Eurovision? Are you all ready? Are you still... I mean, it's just about a month to go, isn't it, before you start rehearsals in Vienna?
Everything is going fine. We're rehearsing. We're getting the concepts finished. I believe everything is on schedule right now.
Excellent, excellent. So, are we going to see any differences to what we saw at the national final at all? Are we going to keep it similar to the performance there, or any additions or any changes?
There aren't going to be any major changes. We think we have something that represents the band and the music already figured out. So we're gonna adjust that to the bigger stage. We're gonna adjust the visuals, the effects, the acting, and everything. There will be some differences, but nothing major. We're gonna keep everything that worked and amp it up to 11.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as they say, the old phrase is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And obviously, it worked for you guys at PZE. Both the jury and the public votes, you come top in the rankings. So, I mean, how did it feel for you, that? Did you, going into the contest, you seemed quite sort of surprised when you won. Was there any sort of people, any other acts that you thought was definitely going to win? And when you won, was it a big shock to you?
Oh, of course, it was a big, big shock to us. We didn't expect any of it. We didn't expect to perform at PZE at all. We when we sent the song, we were like, we might play, they might get us, and then we got through and we're like, okay, and then we released the song and the people liked the song and we're oh that's cool, and then we played the semifinals and we're like, okay, let's see if we go to the finals, and then we went to the finals, and then we're like, okay, well maybe we can win, and then we won.
Definitely,
And
definitely.
it was an insane thing for us. We didn't expect it at all. There were some favorites, of course. I think Zaina was a favorite. I think Zona was a favorite. Brat Pelin, and they all had pretty cool performances as well. So we were there to play, to have fun, to present what we are, and I guess the planets aligned in that way that we win.
Definitely, definitely. So it's a good time as well for your type of music in Eurovision as well, the sort of metal, sort of gothy, sort of rock stand. Because many years ago, is Eurovision was kind of seen a little bit cheesy, sort of like the cheesy pop songs and stuff. But it seems that there's all sorts of genres now, and I was just reading through a thread about you guys on Reddit today as well, and it seems overly, supportive of your type of music. Everyone are really happy that you're making your way to Eurovision. So it's fantastic news. So, how would you describe your type of music within the band? What's the genre? Is it kind of a mix of different genres, or would you describe it as a certain thing?
Oh, well, I would describe it as a sort of alternative modern metal, which in itself is a genre or a subgenre that is very experimental with within the genre itself. It mixes a lot of different elements and styles, which suits us perfectly because we all have different music tastes within the band. Myself included, I listen to everything, so I wouldn't be making anything different. I like the mix. I like the pop. I like the rap. I like the trap. I like the metal. But yeah, I would say it's definitely leaning towards an alternative modern metal sound, something that is very popular right now in metal.
Excellent, excellent. And with the song as well, obviously, there's two kind of big differences really with it. When he gets the 2 minute mark, it kind of changes completely, really. Coming into that, when the Eurovision, when they have the recap of like the 20-second and 15-second sort of recaps, which part do you think you're going to pick? You're going to pick the sort of more melodic part at the start, or the kind of all out like screamo kind of bit at the end?
Well, that's a good question. We had a similar dilemma on PZE where we picked the second chorus,
Mm-hmm.
and it was good, but it wasn't quite what caught the eyes of people in the end, I think. So then we think It would probably be best to pick the last chorus, but we're gonna see. We're not
Yeah.
sure.
Excellent, excellent. So obviously that that kind of notes as well. How do you train your voice for that as well? Is there any sort of particular remedies you have? Any sort of particular drinks? Because it must be really hard on the throat, especially lots of rehearsals and stuff or doing a full set.
I just yell.
Used to lots of shouting, lots of shouting.
I just get angry and yell. I'm
Brilliant.
kidding. It's I mean it's a technique.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at it yet. I'm a singer mostly, so I'm still figuring things out with the screams and the growls and everything, doing it in a way that doesn't hurt me. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it does hurt, but if that happens, I just, I take a rest and everything is fine.
Yeah.
So I believe that is the most important thing. Not pushing yourself too hard when you start feeling pain, if you start feeling pain. But fortunately, that's not a very common thing, especially since we're getting ready for one song. It's just one song, so if it were a whole set of like 40, 50 minutes of similar music, then the preparation would be different, which is something that we think about when we're playing concerts and such.
Excellent. Have you got any concerts coming up at all as well? I know obviously there's a big festival, the Exit Festival in Serbia. Are you likely to perform at that sometime, or have you done it in the past? Or
We played Arsenal. We didn't play Exit
okay,
yet,
yeah, yeah.
in Serbia. Uh, we have we have Hills of Rock and Plovdiv, Bulgaria confirmed. We have plans for something else, but we're not going to go into that. We're gonna ma make it a surprise.
Fantastic, fantastic. I believe you are doing the Eurovision in concert in Amsterdam as well coming up. Is that correct? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I kind of
I forgot.
I
Yeah.
don't know when
Too
I think
busy to.
about when you say concerts and festivals, I completely forget that we have that because
Yeah, yeah.
concert is like 40, 50 minutes, an hour, and I'm like, yeah, but definitely first of all, there's Amsterdam. It's like in 10 days, I think. Yeah, 11th.
I think there's 11th something like that. Yeah. So, what would you do if you wasn't in a band? What would be your ideal job? I mean, obviously, you live in the rock and roll sort of lifestyle at the minute, but if you had any other, growing up in school, when they say what job are you going to do in the future, what would you have done? Do you think?
We all have jobs. This isn't our job. This was
Right. Okay.
up until we won PZE, it was our hobby.
Okay. Okay.
It is still our hobby. We took time off from work to be able to commit to this Eurovision performance because we couldn't coordinate both things. But we all had full-time 9 to 5 jobs. My job is I teach classical guitar.
Okay.
Um, I work at an elementary school, so I work with children. But uh, when you mention what did you want to do when you were a kid, it was always this. Like since I was 8 years old, since I saw Lordi on Eurovision, I knew this is what I want to do really. So it's been with me since childhood, and I have been doing it in the back always, and my bandmates as well. It's a hobby for all of us that we're trying to make into a full-time job, and we hope it's gonna work out this time.
Fantastic. But as I say, the whole kind of things there, anyways. They're teaching the guitar for the school and stuff. It's still in there, anyways. It's kind of
Oh,
both ways. You can
for me it is, but for the other
for the other
guys,
guys, yeah, yeah.
none of them have music jobs. They have
Right.
something completely different going on there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Obviously, you're nice guys in real life. You're a little bit intimidating when you see you on screen. You're a bit like, oh, they could be a bit scary. But have you ever done the kind of rock and roll kind of thing? Anything a bit crazy? The old days of like people throwing TVs through hotel windows.
No,
Nothing
we
quite
don't
as
have the
extreme.
luxury to do that. How would I pay for a broken TV? Come on, we can't even pay for a hotel room.
Brilliant, brilliant.
I mean, I guess that's all. We joke around when it's tough and when we're on the road, and we did a few tours playing clubs each night, sleeping, sometimes even drinking because you can't drink, you can't party. You need to be on top of your game.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have the luxury of fooling around. But when things do get tough and when it gets difficult, we you all say to each other, it's all rock and roll, it's all rock and roll. This thing, we did have some. interesting parties, some interesting moments sleeping on the floor of a club because we don't have a room. We've been there, but nothing too extreme, I guess. It's mostly work, and
Yeah.
we love it that way. We don't do it for the party. We do it for the music.
Definitely, definitely. So going back into Eurovision, then have you met any other artists at all yet? Or obviously, via social media, I guess you've spoken to people, but have you spoken to any of the other guys at all?
We met a few of them. We met the people from Malta, Luxembourg.
Hmm.
We met the German representative.
Okay.
I think some of us met the Ukrainian representative. We have a a little group
Yeah, yeah.
chat with the artists on Instagram. It's actually very wholesome. So everybody is communicating with each other. We hope to meet a lot of them in Amsterdam right now.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's
It's
always a big
gonna be a
party,
blast.
Amsterdam. It's like
Yeah,
normally about
yeah.
sort of 30 acts or something there. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be our first exposure to everyone, I think.
yeah, yeah. And you get the kind of reaction from the Eurovision fans as well, of course, in the crowds. It's going to be very good. So, with the other acts as well, is there any of the acts from this year that you'd like to see do a cover of your song? Anything that'd be quite interesting to see?
A cover of our song.
Hmm.
Well, I'm always up for the people doing the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So someone who is extremely pop. I'm gonna confess here I'm a bit guilty. I haven't listened to all of the
Right.
songs
Yeah,
yet.
that's fair enough. Yeah, yeah. No worries.
Um, but yeah, somebody who's a complete opposite, I guess. A very pop artist.
Yeah, there's a
I
couple of
think.
crazy guys in there, which I think would be a quite interesting alternative of that. So, also as well, going on to that as well, I say you're not maybe not heard some of the other acts, but have you thought about any collaborations of the acts? Because straight away I was thinking that maybe Alexandra from Romania, I think she'd work really good, with you guys as like a female vocal with the band as well. It's also kind of rocky. So,
Oh, we're in touch with them.
okay, excellent.
I think we know their guitarist from
Right,
Romania when we played a festival there.
excellent, excellent.
So we can't wait to meet them. We think we're gonna hit it off very well.
Yeah.
We have reached out.
Who's the kind of biggest inspiration for you? Growing up, like celebrity or family member who kind of brought you to where you are today?
Um, well, I had many inspirations, obviously, as you grow, as you discover new music, those inspirations change. I mentioned Lordi when I was a kid. That was probably my first exposure to heavy music, to rock music. And then when I was growing up, I got into Guns N' Roses, Slash and Axl Rose. I was a big lover of grunge when in my teens,
Yeah,
so Alice in Chains was a
yeah, of
big thing
course.
in my teens. Right now, I listen to a lot of Bad Omens. I listen to a lot of Ghost. Um, there's always that other side of me. Lady Gaga is a big
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
for
yeah.
me. Michael Jackson,
Of course,
Prince.
yeah, yeah, classic, yeah,
You
yeah,
have Queen is always Freddie Mercury.
yeah, yeah.
And of course, the biggest inspiration is my mom.
Yeah, of course, always everyone's mum's inspiration. Yeah, brilliant, brilliant. So, yeah, nice to chat to you today, then, Luka. So, finally, yeah, just want to say best of luck. You're performing in the first semi-final in Eurovision.
Yep.
I'm sure you're going to do great. There's lots of support from the Eurovision fans as well. And best of luck, and we'll see you in Vienna as well. Hopefully, get to chat to you in face to face then as well.
Oh, absolutely. Please feel free to say hi. I'm a bit awkward.
Me too, me too.
Sometimes I miss people that I know, and my eyesight isn't the best, so don't take it personally if I don't instantly recognize you.
Of course, yeah, same with me.
I can't wait to meet everyone
I've not
there.
got my glasses on today either, so I can't really see. I'm sort of squinting at the screen. So, but yeah, thank you for that, and well, yeah, best of luck, and we'll see you in Vienna. Best of luck, thank you.
Bye bye.